some reason, the fucking Muppets were always one of. I think it was just because it was so fucking weird. And then
they had like Fraggle Rock and shit like that. You know, like it wasn't really my thing. The best memories of the Muppets and like Fraggle Rock that I have is like the McDonald's toys. Remember where they had like Miss Piggy had her little pink Jeep that she would drive on and shit like that?
Yeah. I think for me, man, it was just like always the Christmas specials and shit. And then growing up now, man, the fucking Muppets are just hilarious. And you don't realize how probably offbeat that humor was until you grow up, you know?
You know what I miss at Christmas time and like Halloween time is the Garfield kind of specials. They always used to do the Garfield Halloween and then the Garfield
and the Peanuts, right? I want to watch both of them.
Yes.
They're great.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they're all on Prime right now. Or Disney.
Save some trouble for me.
Pinkies up. Right on. So I see chat is lit as fuck already before we could even hit the go time button on there. Everybody's in there fucking kicking our door down. Mr. Magpie been hitting the reefer since 4:30 in the morning. I like it, especially since 4:30 in the morning is a long time ago. It was only an hour and a half ago for me. So still pretty early. Well ahead. Hope everyone's having a great day. How's everyone's weekend?
Doing good. I'm not trimming yet. Actually, it's been a little fucked up. I think I fucked my shoulder up trying to open up some ice cream. Like, not even like a little fucked up. Like my arm was like hanging yesterday, and like it was painful to move. And the only thing I did to have any kind of stress was like try to open some ice cream that wouldn't open. So yeah, I think I have an ice cream injury. But other than that, I'm trying to get back to it today so that I can get some shit done.
My daughter thinks this is freaking hilarious. Your ice cream injury. She can't even get over it.
Well, fuck, man. When you get old, it's bullshit. Like,
fluff.
Oh, God damn, they should make things that have to turn. Everything should have some kind of flip-top lid when you're old. Fucking bullshit.
Where did you find ice cream with the turning lid?
It's that fancy-ass, like, fucking gelato crap.
Come again?
I don't know, man. Some fancy crap my wife got.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Like every ice cream I could think of has like easy pull fucking, like everything from the big tubs to like the Haagen-Dazs. It's all just fairly easy access. I'm like, because I'll savage that shit, man. Like I because of ice cream and my extreme addiction to that wonderful stuff, my guts are just like right now because I went hard yesterday afternoon. I was like I found some Rocky Road in the freezer and I was like, oh, look, it just happens to have my name on it.
Right.
And then went and picked up the missus from from work last night. And we're like, oh, I haven't even thought of dinner last night because I've been playing in the garden and watching baseball all day. Let's go find some. And I found some like Aero ice cream bar freaking ice cream or chocolate bar ice cream. And I was like, holy shit. This is not going to be just 1 or 2 spoonfuls. It's like the whole container fucking down. And you do the whole fucking, why did I do that to myself? Bullshit. And yeah, here we are.
You know, in response to Magpie's question as how hard do you have to be going at that container, I was going to go get pipe wrenches to open this motherfucker. That's how hard I was going at that container. Like, tools were about to be involved to get this lid off.
Get your lathe out, rig in, get one of your chisels.
Just turn the fucking top off. Let me come get you, motherfucker.
You will not stop us.
3,000 RPMs and some fucking sharp steel. Let's see what you got, bitch.
Hell yes. Hell yes. What's everyone smoking on tonight?
But let's see. I was actually busting into the Gypsy by Black Forest Cross this morning. Actually, I was just telling them too. Well, you know what? I won't get too far into it. I'll get into it in a minute. But what you smoking on?
Nothing. I haven't even. I got some Sunday drivers sitting in the jar, but I'm still just drinking fucking coffee right now.
Yeah, I actually fucking remembered to get out my fucking pumpkin mug, you know, because it's October. I got my Friday the 13th PJs on, and I got no camera, so I can't prove it. We'll get on the phone later when we go through the room.
Dude, some Friday 13th fucking PJ pants would be fucking awesome. I would like, because I pretty much, it was funny, just last weekend, I think it was, I went through the closet and I was getting rid of a bunch of clothes that I just don't fucking wear anymore, you know, and like in there was a bunch of jeans and shit like that. Because honestly, when I go to work and I got my work pants and all that I wear, and then I come home and I go straight into fucking comfort mode, which is usually a set of pajama pants, or I got some cargo army shorts, camo shorts that I wear. It's kind of one of the two things. And realizing that I don't need to have like 3 pairs of fucking extra jeans that just sit up in the fucking closet doing whatever, right? And so I was actually, when I went through the closet, I end up with like an entire garbage bag full of fucking clothes that I just was like, you know what? I'm
going to replace you with pajama pants. Fuck off.
Yeah. So now I need, but now you say like Friday 13th PJs, and I'm like, that sounds like up my aisle, you know. Yeah, like my ski and moose pants, those are like my favorites. I like so get some. Hell yeah. Shout out to my sister. She's my very good fashion designer there. She got what's Crazy Pop Mom show? Oh, she's got some rolling papers.
These are mine. Look at my Caribou Heart papers.
Pretty badass considering I've not even had a pack of those.
I got my shirt. I've got everything you don't, and I'm so excited. I'm sorry, Caribou. But when I got these and you didn't have them yet, I was like, I got them before him. Holy fuck.
Yeah, you should be stoked. Oh, that's awesome. I don't have one of those shirts either.
Oh, shit.
Well, we need to get G-Vet to get his ass in gear. He's supposed to be getting them out to you.
I am the last
on his camera.
Dude, I'm the last person to bitch at anybody for taking time to get stuff in the mail. I got no room to bitch at no one.
He's like, I'll never say a word. Don't worry.
I'm like a couple day later, but I usually try to get it out in pretty fast fashion. Because I get it. I'm the same ADHD motherfucker's gonna be checking that tracking and like totally being like, motherfucker, where did that go? So
see, I see whereas I'm the opposite of that. People send me tracking numbers. Well, I shouldn't say all the time, but like usually if someone's sending me something, they'll hit me up with the tracking number. Hey, it's on its way. And a few days later, I'll get a message from like, have you checked the tracking yet? And it's like, dude, I didn't even enter it into the computer or into my phone. Like it'll be here when it gets here kind of thing. I ain't worried about. Every once in a while, shit doesn't get through. But they're few and far between. My most recent one though is like the biggest seed giveaway I've ever done is trying to get those seeds out to that dude because it's been sent back twice. And I'm like, well, what the fuck do we do now? Like you obviously want your seeds, right? And I'm like, but just the one time the border sent it back, and then another time, as far as I could tell, it was Canada Post. So it's like, but they sent the seeds back. So it's not like they're just like typical packages where they go fucking missing, right? Yoink, that's no longer in the system. here's the package back. So and I'm confused. Like, do I need to get better, more devious with my packaging or something like that, so they don't know what's up? I don't know.
Woo. Oh, so yeah, I fucking agree. All right, these two up here, we two smoking on this morning. We got there, and then we fucking bitch about the post. Shit.
Trimming machine.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you all here when he made fun of me when I was trimming so slow when I was trimming my own shit? Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Okay, I was here on Friday. I watched the whole thing go down. He ain't got no time to talk about nobody trimming no slow shit. I don't think I saw him pick up scissors on Friday. I saw him pick up a few joints. I don't know if I saw him pick up any scissors.
I don't have a white hat, but I was thinking that.
He's good at that.
I had to lubricate the situation, make sure the trim bits were full.
Lubricate the situation.
Yeah, man. It was we had to keep it going.
Spent a lot of time twiddling his thumbs.
I didn't do shit.
At
I'm not a
some
trimmer.
point, I was like,
We know you
wake
didn't
up
do
to
shit.
the
We watched
morning.
you for 2 hours.
I'm a grower, not a trimmer. Let's get that out of the
Good
way.
call. I like it. I
I
like it.
do enough trimming so when people look over it, 1 out of 5 times I will be trimming.
It's like, man, I trim enough on these motherfuckers while they're alive. It really pisses
Yeah,
me off
right.
when they're
right.
dead.
Yeah, no, we did great. We got through the Great Poulet, the Banana Daddies. We're into the Mendo Breath, and I can see the last couple sticks of the Mendo Breath, so
Can you dump that?
I can get rid of that. Yeah,
Like you said.
Beautiful.
so we're
Beautiful.
moving. It's happening.
And harvest is looking way less depressing than it was when you were moping through that storm.
Yeah. The storm damage we did suck to trim. That's what we trimmed up yesterday. All the Banana Daddy and
He was very dramatic.
that was the Great Poulet and Banana Daddy because they were probably 2 weeks early. So a lot of scraggly. You'd have your big buds, and then they just progressively get worse as you go down the stalk to the point that, most of it's already back in the garden as compost. But
Yeah.
that grape smells delicious. It wasn't dry enough to try any. We tried some of the Mendo yesterday, but it's still too wet. Like it burnt, but it was like that.
Victoria kept saying it's spicy.
Yeah,
It is spicy.
it's hot on the throat.
That was spicy.
Yeah.
Is it dry enough? It's actually burning though.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
And then
I mean, if you were desperate, you would have been all good yesterday. You could fucking smoke the shit out of that.
yeah.
If you would have smoked a shit ton, you probably would have gotten a headache because of how fresh it was.
Yeah.
Not,
just
but
weird
otherwise.
tasting. That's good though. I think we're up to 9 or 10 trays full.
Are you including mine?
Well, yeah,
One
when
last thing.
I brought it downstairs
I
already.
know, but are you including mine?
I haven't counted it yet.
You're not counting them? We have people here cheering us on. You're not counting them? Mister, what the fuck?
Oh, that's great.
The tent's dark when I open it. I just open it, throw a tray in, and abort.
He wasn't even going to label them the first night. He was like, I'll remember.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
Funny
Yeah.
as hell.
That's every grower says that.
I know.
I got this.
I don't remember if I go and turn around and look back at them. How the fuck are you going to remember the next day after sleep deprivation?
I don't know, man. When you grow them, the BAMs, like BAM 1 and 3, I wouldn't be able to tell apart, but BAM 2 would be distinguishable from 1 and 3. But 1 and 3, I wouldn't be able to tell apart. Banana Daddy and Great Poulet, I wouldn't really be able to tell apart until I cut them. And once I cut them, I'd be able to tell. And then Mendo Breath, no questions asked at any point in time. You can give me any bud on the planet and a bud of my Mendo Breath, and I'll tell you my Mendo Breath.
I'm with you.
Yeah, it
Right.
smells
Mendo
like
breath
fucking
is so different.
salami.
It's a weird smell.
It's got a spicy, rotten meat smell to
Yeah,
it.
it's yucky. It's just gross.
You can tell it.
I'm laughing extra hard because it was so funny how many times he tricked her into smelling it.
I love the fact that, you always talk about how you're such a fruity weed guy, but then your fucking Mendo Breath that you just can't get enough of is the nasty motherfucker.
It is. It is
Oh,
one of the.
It's so weird.
And what we smoked from Magpie yesterday, the something RCC times SC16, whatever that is. That is fucking.
Sounds like a fucking car part.
Yeah, it sounds like a car part. Yeah, it was good though.
The amount of fucking knowledge in your goddamn brain over this shit just amazes me.
Right?
I think you know when it gets to growing it though, you're right, man. The fucking by the time I have the grow from start to finish, I could tell you every fucking bit of that plant. Everyone in my fucking garden, really. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not running hundreds of strains around here though either. You know, I keep it fairly tight, but if there's a plant in my garden and you point at it and it's not fucking tagged, I could probably tell you what the fuck that is.
That's what we
And
saw.
and there ain't a chance that you can pop a jar in my house and I not tell you what it is if it's not labeled. So you know, by the end of the grow, I've got those fucking turts down.
Yeah, most of my
I know what
strains
that plant's doing.
I can identify. Like
Yeah,
some of them
exactly.
just fall into that like some fall into a category where they're kind of all the same. But between the shape, the smell, and all that, like I know the plant if I grew it for sure.
Man, that would be interesting. That would be super interesting. Word.
Graham cracker terps.
Yeah, I think I could get down with that, man. Like that you definitely had that'd be like some Christmas weed around here or some shit. You know, I don't know. I think of graham crackers all the time during this time of year, but shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Come on, get busy.
Up to it.
Ooh, excuse me. Morning, noob. We're gonna have to fucking get to yield giveaway soon. I got it all fucking ready this morning. I'm like so prepped, but you can't see it. But when I go to get on the room, I'll fucking show you what we got going on. But here, fuck it. Let's for the giveaway today. I'm not sure how soon we're gonna get her fucking rolling, but we're gonna do some Purple Sunset R3. We have, it looks like 5 femmes in here. So Purple Sunset R3. You're going to get the Van Gogh sunflower seeds. And from, we're going to do Thunder Dan seeds again. I am going to throw in a 5-pack. I think what we'll do is of the Northern Lights number 5 by the Black Widow. That one really seemed super interesting to me. So yeah, we'll do a 5-er of Dan's NO5 by Black Widow. So then you'll get the Van Gogh sunflower seeds and the Purple Sunset R3. So that's what today's giveaway will be. So whatever we make the thing, blah, blah, whenever. But that's what today's will be. So
So you're saying is I need to get my ass on that then, huh?
I mean, you know, you don't have to, but I mean, you know, before the show's over, we're gonna get it going. We're gonna hype it up a little bit.
Might as well get her on there now. And
Fuck, fucking word.
Right.
You know what? There's a button we can make sure that doesn't happen. No, I
noob
wouldn't do
is
that.
the word for the day.
Ooh, what's the word for the day?
Noob.
Noob.
He's the down ass brother that started all this Sunday morning giveaway thing. So
Fucking A, man. So, and as always, big appreciation to him. And fucking, I like getting these you know, some of our you know, crew gear out to people. You know, Dan, Rosenman, you know, get those out. You know, get your gear out, get my gear out, get it all out to people. You know, I like doing that shit. So I love these giveaways.
all right, so there it is, folks. Get your shit entered in. Top of the hour, we'll get that done up.
Top of the hour.
I'm gonna try the headphones thing again. I feel like I kind of want to try and get a bit of gardening done while I can move around. Headphones might not last that long. Connect these, but I don't know how my mic will do because that seems to be what the issue is becoming.
Make sure that the mic is on the headphones.
Yeah, but I don't. It's not a good mic for doing this. Is the problem? I think I seem to recall at some point in time it was. I don't know how to connect, of course.
But so Let's see here. Hey, Crazy Pop Mom, G-Bay, what are you guys' favorite smokes going on right now through, even though everything's a little fresh and or right on time, with what you guys are doing, what's your favorite smoke right now going on out of there?
Did you hear the question?
Yeah.
Okay. I did it.
Oh, we're on off mute already. I'm waiting for the wedding cake.
No. I want to know which one right now you've already got down because
Not waiting on it.
On the fresh terps, on which ones are like.
We only
they're
smoke the Mendo. The Mendo is the only one that can burn right now. The rest.
It's
of
the
them
only okay. So it's the only one that's out of the fresh harvest that's really like burnable right now.
Yeah. Nothing's
Okay.
really smokable.
Well, I guess we know which one the winner is.
All the magpie fucking shit from the base camp. Yeah.
I was
Okay, so
just
that's what
I
this
was
is,
just
right?
really
That's what this is. We are smoking that right now.
There you go. That is the whatever he said it was a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, that.
Robert's Congo or something. It's
I
good.
was just curious as through this harvest, as you start kind of, we all do it. You get into your fresh weed and stuff to really just kind of see. Some of us like that, and some of us don't, and but you always get into it.
Oh, I
and
did
it's-
too. Nothing will burn though, other than the Mendo. Really, I don't think the Banana Daddy I could probably get to burn too.
That always sucks though when you get like your testers or whatever. They're like so close that they won't quite like. If you sit there and torch it enough, that it might get hot enough that it'll scary, but not quite.
Well, I like to wait a little bit, just enough, so it doesn't ruin the first experience too bad.
Mendo breath was going to be spicy no matter what.
It is, yeah. I just feel like
So I guess the fucking a good reason I've been thinking about it. I was my Gypsy by Black Forest Cross. Whether it be the way I packed it, stuffed it in the jar, dried it, cured it, how it went in there, whatever. I'm not quite sure on this one, but I run across some strains that just seem like they get that old like CBN, like just kind of old weed thing fairly quickly. You know what I mean? Like this stuff should be kind of fairly close to its prime, really. It wasn't harvested that long ago. It got dried properly. It was real nice when it went into the jar. It feels nice when I get it out now, but it just already almost has a little bit of old smell to it. You know what I mean? And I've run across that a few times, and it's one of those that gets kind of, irritating, especially if you pull down like fucking, a half-pound plant of it or something, and you're just like, well, fuck it. It's like it's already just like, man. It was really good for like a hot second, and then like it just tastes old kind of quick. So, and I think it's only either this one plant or this one jar. So I was just trying to kind of figure that whole thing out. I've run across it before. Have you guys ever really run across that one?
I noticed with the jar storage because like I was up to like 150 to 200 freaking mason jars. So by the time
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
It's stupid. Yeah, it's like a bookshelf of them, right? So you get to the very end of it at the end of the year, and the weed has, I don't know if it's because I didn't have a closet door on it or a sheet to cover it or whatever, but light degradation, I believe, was my issue for storage.
Light colors?
Yes.
Yeah. So then last year I did vacuum seal in the dark, like a vacuum sealed it all. I think I kept it in garbage bags and laundry hampers. So it was just like completely locked away. No, and it did get like squished, you know what I mean, a little bit, but it didn't degrade at all. So like I'm gonna be probably doing vacuum seal again, but I was thinking if you put it in a like if you had something in there like a plastic, even just like a plastic case, it's cheap, and then vacuum sealed it would probably be real nice. That way you wouldn't get it squished or whatever. But the vacuum seal worked for me. I liked it.
So hell, we can go look at it later when I get on my phone, but I store in basically what's kind of like a giant humidor. You know what I mean? I've got a old freezer. I use some of the, the big giant Boveda packs to keep it regulated inside of there. And then all jars go inside of that. So, it's 100% fucking light tight. Everything's fairly, the one thing that really doesn't happen is there's not a lot of air movement that'll go in and out of that at all. As a matter of fact, there's fucking none. So, you know, I just maybe sometimes I wonder if that might, but almost everything, you know, in jars has stayed fucking good for a long time. You know, I wonder what part of it does that to me, you know, just gets it there. Because I do like the jar storage. It is my favorite. Although I did buy one new thing for some of them, because sometimes I don't get in them right away. Well, see, Bud Pop, probably they don't touch the weed. They're not in there with the weed. They're in just a freezer. You know, they keep the atmosphere, and then the fucking weed's actually in jars. So, yeah. Hell, if it pulls some of the terps out of the inside of the freezer, I wouldn't be too mad at it anyway. That just helped a weird muddling effect. Sometimes you open it up, you know, you got so many strains inside of there. You open it up, you're like, what the fuck? It just smells like sewer in here. There's just so many smells coming at you, and a lot of them, you know, they're garlicky or funky or, you know, so you open it up and you're just like, what the fuck?
What do they call that when you mix all the pops at the machine? Yeah, graveyard.
Swamp water is what we used to call it.
But yeah,
It is kind of like that. Like the other night, we were on Discord or whatever, and we were talking. I forget who's all there. But they're like, "What is, you know, what are you getting off this? What are you?" I'm like, honestly, at the current moment, I got 3 or 4, maybe 5 different strains hanging in this room right now. I don't know. I can't smell anything right now. It all, when you're working with a big batch at one time, you kind of go nose blind a little bit. So it kind of sucks. You want to enjoy the different ones, right? But it's like,
Yeah, I only actually noticed the smell of this when I got warm in the middle of the night and was like, fuck, I'm hot again. So I went to the living room window again, and it's right beside the living room window what he left me to do. And I went, man, that smells fucking fabulous.
oh yeah, the Mendo. For outdoor bud, it's nice and solid.
nice. Yeah, that looks really good for an outdoor right there.
And like I see Major there. He's like, are you trimming or shaping with this weed here? You can just shape it, man. It's so chunky and fat and solid.
Oh, I was fucking trimming all weekend.
Yeah, don't be bugging her, man.
This is lovely. I deserve to trim this today, okay?
No, the Mendo's easy. I get it though. With some weed, it's like the way the leaves come out. If you don't get in there and get all like the crow's feet out, it makes a fucking mess. This one is so meaty that there's no fucking need for
this
it.
is so lovely. This
Yeah.
is like
I put them through
a pepper
torture the
strain.
first bit because it was all like the real early stuff.
We had
Didn't-
blisters. We had a lot of
Oh,
food.
yeah. Whatever.
You've been here since Friday.
Nothing of the sort.
Obviously not, as I have a fresh ice cap in front of me. I got my ice crack. That's all that matters.
Yeah, one Timmy's remedy.
I was just looking here in the chat, and I was while you guys were talking about that, I was looking for I actually just bought it's almost like a little puck you stick on top of the ball jars, and it like vacuum seals them down, and it's like a rechargeable. You can carry it anywhere. You don't have to run it off a vacuum sealer. But yeah, that's what I'm definitely going to start doing, because I've been wondering about that old weed thing, is vacuum sealing the jars for the long-term storage. So I think they're all on the right fucking track. You know, I've never been on the vacuum seal it in the bag thing. You know, when you just for long-term, because you're gonna, you know, terps are gonna degrade the plastic. You know, and it's plastic. It's not fully 100% like non-permeable, so eventually, you know, you get a little transfer in and out, like but it's anyway, so I, you know, for long term, being able to vacuum seal a jar, I just find that to be a really good option.
Have you? So you have one and you've done it? Because I was.
Yeah, dude, it works fucking great. I've got you know, I've vacuum sealed down some of my Hawaiian. I know it stores well, period. It's a very hardy weed. It doesn't really get that old thing. I mean, it does, but, you know, a year in, it's still very, very passable weed. So I just wanted to see, you know, I've been with that weed for a real long time, had it in jars, had it in bags, had it in everything. So, you vacuum sealing it down. I'm gonna get into it in another like 3 months or so, and then see, if there really is a really good difference. But this next run of BAM that's getting ready to come down, it'll all be fucking vacuum sealed when it gets thrown in. So at least the jars will be, vacuum sealed out. But I need to find that thing so I can tell you all what it's called, because I just found it on Amazon. It was like, we watched one of those like cool fucking gadgets things, and that one popped up, and I was like, oh, that does look like a cool handy gadget.
Take my money.
New infomercial shit.
Them motherfuckers got me, man. But it really does work good. Let me see if I can find this fucker real quick.
Yeah, I thought about it, but like with the jars, it's like I don't know if I want to be dealing with fucking jars this year. I
mean, if I need a jar, I know where I can go.
You'll be leaving. Your trim crew always gets a good tip.
Oh, that's funny because I never thought nothing of it. Like with my brother, I wanted something. Like there was a whole thing at which he screwed us over for. But anyway, we had a whole thing. But here I was just like, no, I'm going out. We're going to hang out. We're going like I didn't even think nothing of it. Somebody said to me, oh, are you bartering or trading or whatever? And I went, what the hell are you talking about? It's my buddy. And they were like, oh my God, I'm sorry. And I'm like, well, you fucking should be.
No, that's how it goes.
All right, so man,
Well,
you
of
guys
course,
got any
but I
opinions
mean-
on this one? I mean, I find it's plastic. It's the same thing to me. In order to use those things properly, aren't you supposed to like vacuum seal or at least heat seal them after you put the shit in? Like, there's a lot of work that generally goes along with them, and you still have it's a fucking plastic or Mylar bag. I'm not really into that. For me, that's
I don't care for bags for my weed, period. Whether it's a Grove bag or a plastic Ziploc kind of thing. I like the jar storage. Now, I don't deal with what G-Bay is dealing with. So to have 200 plus canning jars, that's a lot of space. That's a lot of weight. I fully understand, right? We're on different levels here, for sure. But personally, I'm all about the canning jars, different size canning jars, right? You got like your main size ones that I'll use for the bulk of it, but I'll start putting into like smaller canning jars, like the size of this coffee mug, if you've only got like an ounce or something like that. New bag of weed day comes along, you get the Mylar bag or whatever that your weed comes from, and I'll put it in a smaller jar so that it's always in glass. I'm just not a bag person.
That's what it is for me too. I'm probably like a little under G-Bay's level, right? But I have a freezer full of fucking jars. Like I probably have maybe, half that, when I'm at full harvest and full capacity and things like that, so I do get, you gotta kind of figure out for that really large harvest, so yeah, but I've heard a lot of people have great success with the Grove bags. So I mean, if you're just fucking down for it, I think it's a great option. I do think that you're gonna have your best success if you use them properly, not just fucking throw your shit in there, throw the Ziploc down, and call it a day. That's not how they actually work. But when you use them properly, I've heard people have great fucking results. Like I said, the whole just storing there in plastic, super terpy weed. I mean, we know things like the limonene and things like that will break down plastic. It's just fact. It's very good at breaking things down. And when you look at grinders, things like that, how clean they are after a high fucking limonene fucking strain, it just makes sense for me, to not do it. So that's just where I stand on it.
I believe caustic is the word you were looking for. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
think it is. I think it's actually. Is it caustic or acidic? One of the two. It's just one.
I think both. I think both actually. You probably could.
Well, no, yeah, it's one or the other. You're either caustic or you're acidic. It's either end of the spectrum.
Aren't they the kind of the same thing? They can dissolve your shit.
Yeah, the same thing on the opposite end of both spectrums. Yes, they're the same fucking thing. Oh shit! All right, why aren't you there?
Get him, Hoobie.
What? Ooh, get me? Oh,
No, not you. Not talking about you. Don't worry, you're good. G-Base fucking slacking off, and he's got live chat talking shit about him.
Yeah,
Slacking
I'll get a trade going in a minute here.
Lies, all lies.
oh, fucking lies!
We're done.
Why you gotta lie to him like that, G-Bay?
What's that, sorry? Yeah, it's been painful. No, I don't mean the trimming for me. Having the mother-daughter combo here. Tag team. Fucking just hit me from both sides.
Oh,
Yeah. Insults in stereo.
Oh, you're telling me how to just
There we
go. Guys?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used the wrong word though. I just thought about that. Yeah.
There's that vacuum sealer I was talking about. For the mason jars. So
That's the thing you stick on for the vacuum seal.
yeah, man, fucking works great too.
VPO.
Is it just like a lid?
Yeah, here, get it out for you. Literally, yeah, literally
Okay.
just this. And then that's hard to hold the camera and do shit.
Yep.
Yeah, take that up. So it works on small jars and wide mouth jars. So you just pull this thing out. And it's right here. Beat boop up. Jar. Bam. Yes. Stick it on there like that. Fucking turn it on. And then in like 90 seconds or so, it'll fucking be sealed. We'll come back in a second. Oh, hey, yeah, somebody yelled at me about like barking in on the ladies. Sorry.
Dude, your canning machine there fucking makes me think of like a labeler, and that it's just a toy that I would put on absolutely fucking everything I can.
Right? If it's a fucking jar.
I'd be like, dude, I'll be like opening up like cans of canned tomatoes and shit like that. Oh, let's go put it in a canning jar now and seal it. Like,
Go fucking seal it back up. I know every time we have like leftovers at the house, I ask the wife if she wants me to bust out the vacuum sealer and put it in there, and she's like, "No, I don't. Thanks." Off the green room. So, looking good up in here.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you found it. Let's snip. Nice. It really is super fucking handy. Where we at though? It does take 90 seconds though. It's still fucking going. It's 75 seconds right now. But show you what's done. So right here we got like Fino. This one's really close to like the growth patterns of like the Bambi from play. Last one's fucking right here. Safety. Watch your eyes. Yeah. This has got a lot of good growth characters like that. It's interesting right now. I can get the very pastry thing off of this right. This was the one that as you cut it during the veg, it very much was just pure kerosene. So I'm curious. I haven't chopped any weeds off or anything, and just kind of like crafting the lowers right here and that'd be what it smelled. So I'll be interested to see if some of that fuel creeps back in towards the end, or if it just kind of ran into that nice.
your mic is awfully low, Fluff. Are you able to? Yeah, you.
Yeah, let me check.
I wasn't sure if it was just me, but we just got a comment in the chat about it saying it's not just me. Oh, we got multiple comments. Looks like where you got your computer's sound is coming off your computer instead of your phone.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, so he disappears. We just needed to mute this one.
He's gone.
Oh,
Oh, no, fuck things all up. All right, hold on, I'll be back. We can do this. Back at it.
Well, what day is your flower room at right now?
Hey, how about now?
Yep, loud and clear.
Loud and clear now?
Yep.
All right. Ooh, hey, this thing's done, so let's see if it did its job. Ugh.
Fluff, can you
Pull
quit
it up.
yelling at me? You're being
No.
overly loud now.
I cannot. That's what
You
you
went
have to
from
deal
one.
with.
You went from one end of the room to the other, just like that. Now you're fucking yelling at us.
Well, you're gonna have to turn me down manually because I can't find it how to do it. So there you go, man. Fucking vacuum sealed to perfection right there. Pulled the top down. It's not poppy.
That is cool as hell.
Ready? Yeah. There you go. See, works fucking great, man. And it's like I said, it's actually like a little battery rechargeable, so you can just kind of pull it around anywhere with you. So yeah, man, super nice. I'll start sealing everything with that. So, all right. Could you hear what I was saying about like the terps and everything over here, or was it too quiet?
What day are we at?
We are just hitting, I believe, day 30.
Okay.
So we'll get over here, check out some of these fucking main Kohler type tops here, see what's fucking going on. So this is that lemony. Now I'm staying right in the fan. Let me turn this off. I bet that's annoying. So she's wanting to bump up into the fucking lights as usual right here. But that's fine. Don't mind that one bit. Frost is starting to come in. Pretty nice on everybody in here. Oops. No, I just fucking smacked her in the leg. That's how you treat them. Fucking nail. Like it. Smack. So it's still got a little bit, actually, a lot of that kerosene on that stem rub. So I have to get in here. Man, this plant, it's been very interesting the whole time through. One of the better growers, as you can see, the bud set on it's just fucking fantastic. It's a nice yielder right here. So, and comparatively to I guess a known cut, we're gonna say we have the Bambi from Clay. It's definitely starting to really show why he picked it right now. It's really putting on some frost quick. It grew fantastic. It grew big, and it's these colas are stacking like a son of a bitch. So I definitely see what he's seeing growth wise in it. How he picked this one, especially for the purposes like a trellised out grow. I could have easily taken this one plant and just filled out this trellis rather than trimmed it out towards the middle like it is. So, like I said, I could definitely see production is definitely in this plant. She's frosting up real nice. She's got that clean, nice profile. So, we'll see. Around day 65, 70. We'll see how she's really doing. I'm still kind of partial to this back row back here. Even this little one over here in the corner, I love those growth styles. It's got that nice, more broader leaf pattern to it. Flowers seem to be setting real nice. These are going to be some nice, dense little chunkers. It really, especially this one back here. Well, both of these two here. These two really give me a lot of like the Black Forest. You can see kind of inside, you know, the way, shit, let's just call it what it is. You know, you can kind of see that ultra cookies, you know, growth style coming out in these. But I don't mind that. I mean, you know, when you look here, everything here is easy trim, easy, nice nug to fucking deal with. Nothing's too big. You're worrying. Well, I mean, you know, we got a long way to go. They're going to get big, but you know, we're not dealing with things that are going to get stupid crazy. It's just real nice in the end product for me. Everything's very consistent, nice. Goes into jar as well, store as well. So I really like how that bud structure that I can see coming out. You know, that's one of the reasons I really like that. So, like I said, this back row, man, I am just loving what's fucking happening back here. You know, we've got some nice stacks on this plant back here. This is kind of reminding me a little bit. You know, this obviously we're indoor here, obviously. But this one here is kind of reminding me more of like the 2 and 3 over on G-Bays outdoor. The grow style, kind of the way the buds look, the leaves. This one's really reminding me a lot of that one. So, you know, getting down here, we can see the underside of the canopy, how we're all cleaned up for flower. This is honestly a little bit, as weird as it sounds, a little cleaner than I like to run them. I like to have a little more natural leaf inside of here. But I have a lot of nutrients inside the bed. These guys won't be hungry for anything anytime soon. So I really do feel like my buffer is a little bit. I have more of a buffer to not worry about it. But man, like I said, these ones fucking are just. She's gonna be a real frosty girl right here. She is getting it. Let's see. Let's find a little dude way down here. See if we got any. Yeah, that's getting on to that fucking almost mothball-y potpourri type thing. So I think this really might be that dirty mouth potpourri fucking grandma's house profile that I really love out of this plant. And I'm really hoping that one hits the same. We're hoping, you know, with those, but the room looks great when it comes to flower that's going to come out of here afterwards. I can't be happier with production. But I definitely see that when you can find, for me, it's the more cookie liars that I really enjoy. And then the ones that are kind of leaning, this really reminds me kind of that Sideways Betty, the other mother that was used in there. And when you get those, you can get some real nice, potent, frosty fucking smoke. I think the yield might be just a little bit smaller out of these ones in the end. Not like a depressing yield or anything, but just, you know, a little bit smaller nubs than what I can get out of these ones that have that darker leaf, this broader style. I can definitely get some more weight out of those style plants for me. So, but Bambi's sure trying to give a fucking run for the money. I'll tell you that. So,
dude, your garden always looks amazing.
Yeah, I fucking still have yet to goddamn get the net up. This plant back here is flopping, and you know, I just. Lazy gardening. I don't really have excuses. You know, I need to get some help in here to put the net down and shit, but I've got to get these stood up. You know, we're going to start getting into some problems. I'm going to fuck up that plant over there if I don't get this one kind of stood up a little bit more. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, we've got some issues in here, but we're getting through them. And I try to keep this room popping as best I can because, you know, there's a lot to keep track of and keep in order in here. So I really try to keep up on this one yeah, especially, you know, it's got my babies in here. So, but all right, let's see. Was there something else? I got the giveaway thing right here.
It's not time for that yet. We still got 11 minutes.
We still have 11 minutes. All right.
Yeah, so
So-
speaking of which, everybody get your shit typed in there. Freaking noob it up. Get entered in for the giveaway because it looks like there's only what, like 15 of y'all entered in right now. 53 of you again have been sitting here watching.
So there you go. This is my actual storage for a lot of the long terms right there. And like I said, you know what, full capacity, I can fit. I believe it was a little over the 100 of the. The fuck is that one? That one? I don't remember. Nice larger jars. I like these. I can usually get 2 of these per like one plant you see in there. Might be 2 to 4 of these. That's a nice. That's it fits well in there. They're good size. Like I said, see, I said something about the Boveda pack. Oh, I think I might have actually. Nope, it's right there. So, like I said, the Boveda packs, they fit down here. I threw away the top one. It was my oldest one. I need to get another one ordered, but it's been staying pretty stable inside of here. So, like I said, that's just to keep humidity in check inside of the main, inside here, since we don't need to open it too god awful up, often like once a week or so. But, once BAM comes down, doors will be full, fucking shelves will be full. It'll be glorious. But I won't have.
So
that
you
fucking
said
room
you
might fill.
typically go in there about once a week or so. So do you just kind of go in there, grab a jar or 2 of like what you feel like smoking for the next few days or whatever, and just wail on that,
So
and then
don't
when
mind
it's time
the
for a
mess.
change? Okay, I see.
Yeah, don't. So I'll pull a jar out, and this will be, this will be like a week's worth of fucking smoke right here. It'll be like, what me and the old lady do. We've gotten a little bit away from this system, and we have some more upstairs now. But this is kind of the general. I'll pull the jars out for the week, smoke what I'm smoking. They'll get emptied, put away. Jars come out, replace them over here. Like I said, don't mind the mess. But yeah, that's how that kind of goes. So we've got. Like the old Trico over here. Fuck, I've still got some haze. That stuff's getting gross. I ain't gonna lie. What's this one? I got to put my glasses on. I think that's some Black Forest right there. This shelf is usually where the uppers are, or the more daytime strains. So we've got like the Triangle Octane. We've got some Sunkiss. What the fuck was over here? Oh yeah, it's more of that haze. I don't know why the Platinum Truffle by Granddaddy Garlic's down there. That's more of the nighttime strain. So, but anyway, that's how I normally do that. So that's why I only have to get into it like once a week, basically.
We got Clay in the chat there asking what temperature you hold in there. I'm guessing he means your freezer. Fridge.
that freezer is not plugged in. That temperature in that thing stays right around like 68 degrees. Yeah, it's like so that yeah, the one thing that people see when they see that thing isn't plugged in. It's not a freezer storage. It's not anything like that. That is just there to maintain the darkness and zero air transfer going in and out. Whatever's coming out of those jars is the only thing kind of transferring inside of there. So like I said, when you what's up?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, let me get off of this one and get back to the shit.
Yeah. So that's one of those ones where I've actually been aware for quite a while that's not that fridge isn't actually plugged in and being used actively. But a lot of y'all, that's the first time that you've probably been made aware of what he's got going on there. So that's what's up. It's a clever idea though. I like it. I like it when people take like those old latch handle fucking fridges from like the 50s and whatnot, turn them into like smokers and shit like that.
Yeah, it's served me well for a very long time. And like I said, you can almost always find somebody with a dead freezer somewhere. And most of the time, the seal on it's still good. It wasn't dead because, the seal went out. It was dead because the motor compressor or something went out. And since I'm not using any of that, I don't give a fuck. You know, it wouldn't almost be bad if I could find like a big wine cooler, you know, one that can get sort of chilly, but doesn't get fucking outright cold. That would be kind of cool. And it'd be interesting storing something like that to actually keep the temperature down.
Like my mom got one of those last year for storing her cheese in. She got into making cheese a little while ago, and at one point in time, she had a mini fridge, like a little bar fridge going on, and she had like the Inkbirds fucking going in that, and it wouldn't fucking work. And like, I never saw the setup, but she was explaining it to me, and just it didn't make any fucking sense on how it was gonna work, because you got a fridge that you're trying to shut off and on. We're using the Inkbird system, right? As soon as it gets to a certain temperature. And then anyways, fucking long story short, my dad ended up just saying fuck it and getting her a wine fridge to store her cheese in when she's aging it or whatever the fuck they do with cheese.
That's cool. I love fucking cheese, man. I could probably also get pretty ridiculous about some cheese.
No, not me. It's not my thing. It's really good on pizza and in grilled cheese sandwiches, but that's...
With the price of cheese around here, I can't afford to do it. But you ever see those videos where they melt like whole big fucking chunks of it and do shit with it? That's what I want to see. Like, yeah, make me one of them plates where they just melt the whole wheel and pour it out of the center of it.
I'm like digging when you like get some like cheese and you bite in it. That shit's so old, it's got crystals like forming in it. Like you have crunchy ass cheese. That's the fucking jam.
Yeah, I'm getting constipated just listening to you two talk. It's weird. Like, to each their own personal tastes and all that. But it's funny because like over in Europe, like aged cheese is like a huge fucking deal. I've heard that this is like reading on like Facebook and shit like that. So who knows how true it is, but like there are apparently banks and stuff like that will take cheese as collateral. We're not talking go to the store and buy a fucking brick of marbled cheddar, right? We're talking about, fancy fucking big ass wheels of cheese, but it's funny.
It is. I don't know if I could see why, but I mean, I do find it interesting. Like, right, I want those cheeses, but you know what I don't want? I'm not a huge fan of like the cheesy weed. I smell it and I'm like, that's not what I'm looking for. It's a totally different taste fucking palette. Like I smell it, it's there. Like when it's there and I'm good. I was like, oh, that's gonna be that cheesy shit. I'm like, yeah. So I always find that a bit weird.
See, I don't think I've ever, not that I can think of, smelt cheese where you smell it and you're like, whoa, that's like a stick of cheese or whatever. But I've smelt quite a bit where it's got a fruity smell to it, but it's got that twang that cheese will hit you like right there. It's got that to it. And I really do actually enjoy that because it's funky.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna start throwing out craft singles like it ain't no thing.
Dude. Go to a peeler bar with a fucking stack full of craft singles. Just here you go.
Seeing how many you can get the stick. Do you think they make like a cheese gun for like craft singles, like the fucking money gun, so you can just be like and just start slapping cheese out everywhere?
I'm a big shit. I'm a baller, yo.
All right. Weed. Hey, what you got, G-Bay? Well, you got a mute button. We know that. Hope you weren't wanting to fucking talk to anybody. Hey,
I didn't want you to hear me jumping around on the deck there. We got the Hawaiian here. So I can't really see the screen, but hopefully you can see that. It's poking up over the fence.
Boy. Got some nice chunkers on there.
Oh yeah. They're almost done though. Like, and I wouldn't say almost done though, but almost harvestable if you wanted to. Maybe not that big one, but we got this one here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sorry, I can't see the screen, so I don't know if I'm. even showing you anything, but the tips of them are starting to get a little more tightened up, but still lots of time left on them. And this thing, I've harvested this thing twice. This is BAM 1, but it's still got some nice chunkers on it too, but I'm just giving them some time, right?
Nice. You're doing a little bit of stage harvesting on it?
Yeah, I just don't have the room to do it all, but
well, that'd be fun to see. Are you tracking like are you tracking kind of like the stages at all or the timing at all? Or are you just getting it in, every couple of days?
I can tell by like where I'm keeping it in the room at what stage it's in. So I don't have dates written on the tags or anything, but that's the animal garlic cross. It's been harvested a couple times too. So these are second and third round flowers. And then there's that big Hawaiian there. Just a big wall of it. It's getting nice. It's darkening up, and look at the beast of a thing. Fucking. Welcome to the jungle.
I think both me and Dan knew that fucker was going to be a hell of a beast when he crossed it. And that one really later in life really does show more of like the Black Widow than the Hawaiian. During the growth season, it kind of had the shape and the forming, but as it was getting aged out, it really did definitely shaped out more like what I imagine the Black Widow looked like.
There's a money shot for 2 cents in his wedding cake there.
Oh.
This girl's been harvested a couple times too, but I just wanted to get a little more fatness. But the IPM's wearing off a little bit. I'm getting some spots of PM, like very little. The Hawaiian's got a little bit on her leaves. Some of the other, like this one, there's a leaf there that's got quite a bit on it. But I'm winning the battle so far.
Well, yeah.
This is garlic cookies. It's been harvested once. There's a couple like the tops and some of the mains, but not very big flowers. I'm not really too happy with it, but it just dumps the resin. But if you don't got the weight, then who really cares, right? What else we got? We'll go so BAM 2. This one's just nice big wall of them right there too.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if me and Tundra got it right on this one. If that's the girl right there.
That's a big whole bud right there.
Good
this
looking.
One just stays green though.
Yep. Yeah, I'm hoping when that one cures out for you, by looks of it and things, if it's not fruity right now, it should give you that funk.
I told you it has got a hint of bubble gum. It's weird, not off the hit, like when you've got your face in it, but you walk away for a second, you're like, is that fucking bubble gum?
That's cool.
But yeah, man. Though this is the first time I've popped the fucking BAM out, and it's coming out lemony. So I'll be curious to see what that turns into. So
bubble gum down my mustache now, but it's falling over onto itself. Like, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 now. Like, I might have to start pulling some of these just to relieve the stress. It was a good year. These BAMs threw down, man.
Fucking hey, man. I'm glad. And then hopefully they'll fucking treat you well with the smoke too.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a lot of it.
They're stinking up the basement, that's for sure.
You're gonna have a lot of it, so hopefully it's good. Lick it, shit.
And then I'm finishing off the 2 lonely little banana daddy buds up here. Whoa.
What'd you say that one is?
There's some down here too, but they got some PM on them. I won't be using them, I don't think.
What'd you say that one was?
That's banana daddy.
Oh yeah. That was your fucking coffee buddy.
Yeah, the storm fucked that one over. But that's a nice shot right there. Look, dirty old Hawaiians, eh?
Hey, we ran past top of the hour.
Yeah, we're getting a couple hard frosts, so it's a matter of time now. But we had a good week coming, so I figured put a halt on chopping down some of the stuff we might be able to push a little longer.
All right,
Plus,
now that we are fucking 5 past, G-Bay's done with the garden.
Let's
go
do
through
it.
this one more time. All right, giveaway time. We're gonna fucking get this rolling right after I'm done here. I see we have 23 entries. Let's get some more fucking entries in there. Type in noob, and we've got for you the Purple Sunset R3 from showing to the camera like that's gonna fucking help. Anyway, we have a 5-pack of films of the Purple Sunset R3. You're also gonna get the Van Gogh sunflower seeds. And from Thunder Dan, you are going to get a 5-pack of the Northern Lights number 5 by Black Widow. And as you've seen, the Black Widow crosses do quite well fucking around out in Canada. So type in noob if you want to get some of them.
Hell yes. Get it done. Get it done. The old man sent me some.
I absolutely hate to say this, but I do ship these fucking things worldwide. So, you know, if you're there and you fucking want them, fucking get in there. They're going.
Mr. Greenfinger's in there. He's going to clean up. I fucking know it. He's been on a roll.
Shit, man. I don't know. Fucking Big Word was out there talking about he needed more seeds. And so.
Oh, shit. Can we just pit the two in like a ring, like a big cockfight or something like that, and watch them go at it? See, like the heavyweight fucking winner of the seed battle here.
All right, we at least need one more entry. Come on, 30 people. There's 55 people in chat. None of y'all need no damn seeds. You ain't got no friends that need no seeds. You can hand them to them and be like, hey, Merry motherfucking Christmas, because you know Christmas is coming up. It's time to start shopping. Shit like that. Give it to them for fucking Thanksgiving. Say you're welcome. Come on, people.
Seeds and concert, 32, just like that. Boom. Seeds and concert tickets. Those are my 2 favorite concerts.
Yeah, then as soon as you did it, you're like that and fuck everybody else.
Yeah. Anova.
Hey,
Cheers.
congrats. So get with me either by Instagram or Discord. And if you don't have either of those, I can send you out an email. But send me your information. I will get you that pack sent out. We're looking like trying to get things in the mail. This week is going to be either Monday or Thursday. So if you got a pack coming, it'll either get shipped out Monday or Thursday. So hit me up with your info and we'll get this out to you. Hey, ooh. And also for anything else, I've talked about it before, that little tent tracker program that I use. My kid's been working on it and shit, and I've convinced him to take the like monthly kind of feedback off of it, because you know, we're just not quite at the stage where it should be charging people or anything, even lightly to cover the cost. But he has done a lot of work to it, redefined a lot of things, becoming way more useful. So if anybody out there, if you want anything to kind of help track your days, your weeks, your tents, you can just hit up tenttracker.com, set it up. It's a cool little program, helps me out a fucking ton. There you go. Colton's been using it. And my son is taking any kind of feedback for anybody. You know, if you're interested, you like it, and there's something that maybe is a little bit that could be tweaked for you. He's always interested in something or some feedback. But as it stands now, yeah, it's exactly like a journal. It's got journaling function. We actually store pictures for everybody too. So we, you know, if you don't have a whole lot of fucking picture storage, or, you know, you kind of struggle with that, we actually store, have a server, private server that we store all this stuff. So if you can do your pictures and everything on there, so you ain't got to store them on your phone, you know, they'll all be there. So it's super handy, man. It's what's been helping keeping me in track, and I'd be fucked right now without it. So But if you're interested, check it out. It's free for everybody, right? And I think it's going to stay that way for a long time. He designed this thing for me, and I want to get it out to the community so that it can help some other people. So check it out. See what you think of it. Let us know. All right, I'll get off that, but it's helpful.
No, it's good. People, we need stuff like that. We'll keep everything in order.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a digital calendar with a little journal in there to keep some picture storage. That's kind of how I think of it. And to me, that's super handy because the way it's set up, you can track anything with it. This isn't just for tents and things. Totally, you can use this thing to organize a lot more shit. So kind of get into it, play with it, see what y'all think. But
I don't know. Golden says he'd be completely effed up without it right now. Speaking of effed up, 2 cents made. I can't even remember what the comment was in chat earlier. And I tried telling him to F himself or something like that. And YouTube blocked my comment. It's like I get a notification saying that it figured my comment might be spam or something like that. And it's like, I don't think I'm spamming my own channel. I'm trying to tell us 2 cents. It's just 2 cents, so it's okay.
I know YouTube doesn't know. That sucks.
I know. Well, they should get their shit figured out. What's with all this AI? If AI was a real thing, then they should know that it's okay.
He's just laughing so bad right now, knowing that he got protected.
Yeah, he is. He's like
right now.
Dude, he's like this short little fucker that's like, and then goes and hides behind YouTube for protection. Love you, 2 cents.
Yeah, right, New.
That was good.
It's like that person that finally decides to stand up or do something after needing to stand up, and then they're the one that gets in shit. They're like, "Fuck."
Yeah.
I knew I shouldn't have. Yeah. But yeah, I'm actually kind of amazed at the amount, how do I say this? I was going to say the amount of bud rot, but the lack of bud rot I've had in the garden this year.
Good.
Yeah, man. It's been fucking awesome.
Just still the one piece?
Just I've had a little piece here and there, and then
nice.
Yeah. It's basically not non-existent, but usually I pull out I've got a 5-gallon bucket with me and I'm walking around and lopping off hunks.
Yeah.
We
had a really good year this year. We had some shit going on these last couple of years, and GB and I basically have the same shit going on. And I'm like, well, at least we got something in common for our weather, because I feel like it's always my fault, right? It's got to be my backyard. It's got to be what I'm not doing properly. But when you go along and everybody else is having the same problem, it's like, oh God, thank God, but
yeah, you have a good year outdoor too, and then you see the same thing.
Because this year I haven't seen anything wrong with my plant except for the shit we put it through before we put it in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas is doing just fine.
Douglas. They named it Douglas.
I thought it was supposed to be girl, okay?
First of all, that made sure that this plant was going to hate us.
You don't be naming the plants now.
I'm like, oh my Lord.
It's like naming chickens you're gonna eat.
I name everything.
Oh yeah, we name them. She just can't name it Doug. Jesus Christ.
Big old Hermie plant out.
Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what happened. Because first of all, I didn't want to grow this year because I wasn't living at my house really. I was taking care of my daughter in February, and it kind of just ran into March. And then after that, we had all these things that we were doing, all these events and everything. So I was basically living at her house for 2 months while we did all these events. I didn't want to grow because I wasn't going to be at my house where the plants were going to be, and nobody else cares. So I was like, no plants for me this year. I've come to the conclusion that we're at an event and somebody's like, oh, look at all the clones that are as tall as me. They're like, yeah, everybody's going to get to take one home basically at the end of the night when whatever. And I'm like, I don't want one of them. I'm not growing this year. I made it very clear. The people we are taking back home with us grabbed a plant. They weren't living at their house for the next 2 months either. Who's taking care of this plant people? So they're like, well, you are. You're good. I'm good at this when I'm near the plant, in the same house as the plant, in the same backyard. in the same vicinity. Like, I don't need to be 18 minutes away or 40 minutes walking from this plant. Like, it was just like, come on. So yeah, it stayed in the house with me for probably 2 weeks beside the air conditioner. Yeah, Douglas was having a blast. No, not at all.
She's alive. and
She's
doing well.
alive, but she's Hermie, but she's beautiful if you don't mind seeds.
Well,
I didn't want to grow, you guys. Like, this was exactly the reason why. Like, I didn't have the time and the patience or the place to do it.
Yeah.
I told her sorry every day. I was like, I'm sorry they named you that. And I'm sorry that you're beside the air conditioner. And I'm sorry it's taken me so long to figure out how the hell I get you in the ground at a place that somebody's going to care for you, which is me.
we all start somewhere.
You know, yeah, as you were saying, G-Bay, you know, you didn't have any rot this year. I had a fucking good amount, honestly. And I usually do. Just caterpillars around here are real. They kind of don't give a fuck about BT, it seems. I don't know. But I also, with this year specifically, I just had a real rough time getting anything done outside. You know, anybody knows me knows kind of my situation. So it was just kind of hard to get out there. So, with that being said, I mean, it really does kind of show out for certain plants. I have, I think, one of the Banana Daddies that really did take it well. But it was like had the roughest kind of start of shit that was going on. And then I have the Deep Candy out there. And the Deep Candy, I really do have to give it to Greenhouse Seed Company. That motherfucker, it laid on the ground for a week. It's been frosted on now, not like crazy fucking deep frost, but you know, like Midwest fucking frost is what it's getting right now. It's taking it with no issues whatsoever. I'm losing one. You know, there's obviously you know, there's a little rot in a bud here and there. You know, something that got like extremely damaged, and then you know some morning dew hit it or some shit. So you know, very little, but basically the only reason I'm losing any good amount of this was because spiders made homes in the buds while of certain branches while it was laying on the ground. So, you know, to them, into that, you know, plant, you know, I have to give a lot of kudos. You know, that's kind of, it's exactly what you're looking for in an outdoor plant. It took everything and is continuing to take everything in fucking stride. I'm letting it out there keep going currently because it keeps putting on a little more late trichomes. I probably, you know, wanted to get this thing out of the ground, but every time I walk out there, it looks a little better. It's still improving. You know, it's not quite fucking done. So I'm just gonna keep letting it go. And I know I'm walking a fine line with that son of a bitch. You know I am. It's like I'm just sitting there going, I'm gonna walk out there one day and be like, fuck, I knew I should have took it yesterday. But it's you know, it's been one of the best looking outdoor and best handling outdoor plants I've had in a very, very long time. So you know,
I got a question. Has anyone finished any of these Hawaiian Black Widow yet? Because I'm used to one style of bud. I've never really grown one to the end like that before. So like I'm probably sitting here waiting for something to show up that's not going to, like a harder nugget, or you know what I mean? So I'm just like, when would it be just a strict scoping, I guess I'd be looking for on that?
for what?
Like when the Hawaiians finish you can just tell that's a way different bud structure. It's like instead of just like a bud on the branch, it's a multitude of like fox-tailed buds all stacked up on each other. If you break it down, like if you peel the bud apart, it's just a whole bunch of them. You know what I mean? So it's very, very different structure. And I don't want to mess it up. There's a lot of weight there that I want to pull in. And so it's like, I wonder if I should just scope it, or is it, you know, is there going to be a super telltale sign when it's kind of finally cresting that?
It's gonna glow pink. Woo!
Well, it's kind of going purple already. Like, you know, I just wonder if anyone else had finished any of them.
I mean, so like I have grown my Hawaiian outdoors, right? I've had this thing for I think 10 plus years now myself, and the people who I have has had it since I think it was 95, 96. So we have grown this motherfucker in every which way, shape, and form, and that's what was one of the donors to that plant. So, basically, I let that motherfucker go until I'm like, it's gone. It has to come in. Like, I can't take it any farther. That when I run that thing outdoors, that's how I run it. It's not a scope thing or none of that. But really, for me, right around 15 to 16 weeks, that thing really fucking shines indoors. So think about that, right? That's just trying to take it as long as you can. Now, with my Hawaiian, like I said, that I've had snow on that thing and had it in pots and on a deck in December. That plant will fucking take some damn abuse.
That's the thing. I'm leaving it out there right now. Like the rest of them there's still a lot of early stuff out there. It's really not even, the whole garden's not even finished, but doing what I can. But it seems like the plant itself, once the weather turned here, so did it. The only one that's really is that one BAM is still staying like super fresh. It's not letting the cold or anything affect it. Every other plant in the garden turned a darker shade of green and then went purple. Like, I guess with the colds and everything, the anthocyanins represent more, and they all came through on almost every plant except for that one BAM. So I'm like, even those Hawaiian Black Widow crosses, they're starting to round that corner, but they're only probably week 8, maybe pushing close to week 9, if that. So it's like, no, take them into November, I guess, see what happens. Because the only thing right now is a little bit of PM on some bigger leaves, and I just pluck them off. I've had really no issues this year with anything in the garden. It's allowing me to push to the end, but that's the thing. Trying to find those ones, trying to find that window. Plants got to be hardy enough to make it to that window if it's going to take that long. It's finding that. It's hard, dude. You really sometimes, it might not be your preferred fucking plant is what grows outdoor the best, and that can be, a lot of times those super fruity strains, they get attacked by bugs. They're not real resistant to the fucking outdoors, and you like that fruity. Now, is it fruity lemon or is it fruity, right? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So those high lemon strains, they do great outdoors. I've never had issues with those when they pop out like that, but there was aphids really liked the Hawaiians. They didn't really like anything else, but then they kind of came and went. Like, it was weird. Everything that tried to come into the garden this year just came and went like in a flash. So I was like, the aphids are here. Fucking next thing you knew, there were some ladybugs here. Next thing you knew, both of them were gone. The PM came for a fucking day or two and it was gone. I had no real bud rot. And I was just on my IPM this year. I sprayed a couple times at Lost Coast, a big sulfur before flower. First week of flower, basically, right as they're setting off too, I used the that BTK or whatever, BT fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
Safer something. I forget what it is, but it's that caterpillar stuff. Bacillus thuringiensis.
Hey, I saw some things from who was that? Bud Prowler earlier was talking about like the harvest to that deep candy. I actually want to take it to the end of the first week, possibly into a day or two into the second week of November is my goal with that plan out there. So yeah, I still got a long ways to go, and I'm making sure to keep on and fucking check that shit every day, because if they're calling for some really fucked up shit or some rain currently with the way our weather is swinging, that plant will fucking be, I know it won't make it through one more like rain, because it's going to rain. It'll get fucking 30 degrees and then it's going to go up to like 70 fucking degrees or 80 degrees. Right. Like the bud rot will just fucking, any issue on that plant will show up right then and there, and it will be fucking ruined. So I'm currently really keeping an eye on the weather and the state of that plant. So
Yeah. Some people think like, oh, sweet, we're getting a bunch of hot weather coming up. The plants are gonna grow. It's like they've sat and
fuck that in flower, man. I want that temperature down. Just stay there, stay low, man.
Like I'm just looking at my weather, and it's like, but like we're going. I was just looking at it here.
We're going back up again.
It
was all warm this weekend. I hesitated because I was like, do I take it down? Do I leave it up? Do I take it down? I did this all Thursday. Like it drove me almost batshit crazy at one point because I could not figure out what I was going to do. And I needed to get ready to leave too because I had to be up and ready by 5 o'clock in the morning. So I was like, figure this out. Are you fucking taking down this ginormous damn plant or not? Like you've got work to do if you're doing that.
Yeah. Well, we got, what is it? Low of 38 on Wednesday, but then high of 75 on Tuesday. So it's like it's fluctuating, all over the place. It's basically hovered. It's about 70, 75, but then it gets down to 50 on Thursday. So it's up and down. So it's not really that great. It's wet and then just cloudy. Just kind of a overcast week, but the heat goes up and down.
Yeah, right.
It would be nice just to have like a cool, dry, windy week. But that never fucking happens around here.
Yeah, we're currently having 30 to 40 degree fucking swings. You know what I mean? So in like that Midwest swing where you wake up, everything is fucking dewy. You got just humidity, happening. It's going down right now. So it's keeping itself barely fucking manageable with those huge swings. But like I said, the one plant, fucking champ, dude. That thing is a champ out there. But
someone was asking if your Hawaiian's related to anything. I remember you saying you got it from Hawaii or whatever, but like this.
Yeah. So this is what I can say about my Hawaiian. My buddy brought that back from a breeder in Hawaii it was 94, 95. It was right about when I believe, but yeah, that's when he told me he brought it back. It was a pack that he had picked up from a breeder in Hawaii. Not even a pack, right? He got some seeds from this fucking local breeder who's been keeping his shit tight in Hawaii for a long fucking time. And so he did what he did to have to get them back to Illinois. We grew some of that shit out. It was fucking, we found a really amazing Pinot. And so we have kept that around since then. I've had it for 10 years myself. It's great old school, man, that tropical dull fruit. I don't really know how to describe, the bananas, the papayas, they just remind me of like, I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? But that's dull tropical fruit. That's always what I can say. It is fruity, but on the back end, it's got that old school funk, man, that gassy, cammy, funky, so yeah,
is it like yellow fruit?
Well, yeah, that's definitely what I think about when I think of those. Yeah, definitely into those, yes. Oh fuck, I hope so, Kingfisher, and I hope you got some of that good fucking landrace shit.
Sure.
I'd love to see something come out of that.
That would be cool. I'd like to see the pictures of what you get going through there, Kingfisher. I can hear and see everything you guys are saying. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to bomb around and get a few things done while I can here.
Yeah. So when it comes to the Hawaiian, that's why it's called the Hawaiian. Everything I know of, it was a plant that those breeders have had in their family for generations, was my understanding. So, some local Hawaiian shit. And it came back and we've been holding on to it for a long time. I don't know if Kingfisher actually has got to get a hold of any of it. I've given Clay some actually I gave him some recently. He'd be a great person to give me some more feedback on it because he's just got a palate that I can't pull those fineries out. So
I was hoping to get some of the Hawaiian by Black Widows from Thunder Dan there, but they never made up their way up here. So I'm gonna have to bug him to get my hands on that, because your cut is something that, well, we've been hearing about the Hawaiian for 4 years now that you and I have known each other in doing this, and this is as close to being able to probably get my hands on that cut as I'll get. Right, is just a pheno hunting that we will go and see what's through there. Sounds like fun times to me, because like my Hawaiian snow, I'm like, it's Hawaiian something. What is it? It's like straight pepper, right? I was hoping, when I think Hawaiian, I think tropical. And when I think tropical flavors and weed, it makes me happy. And I really like the pepper of the Hawaiian snow, but it sure as fuck ain't tropical. And I want tropical punch, but in weed.
Yeah, I can't really say what the terp is coming off that Hawaiian Black Widow cross, but it's up that. It's just on the sweeter side of things. But they always change as you're drying them out and everything. You never know, because sometimes on the plant, even, starting week 3 or 4 is when they really start to show what their flower is. And then by week 5, 6, it's different. Then by week 7, 8, 9, 10, it's different too. The hang, the dry, here, it's always different.
Yeah, that's it. With that Hawaiian, I've found that the longer I take it, the more of that funkier, gassier shit comes out of the back end of it. And that's what I really, really enjoy. It also, that gets it it settles it a little more down for me. It's still a pretty uppity smoke, man. Yeah, so taking it longer like that, I get those gassier notes, which I enjoy, and then those funkier notes, and then I also, I get it a little bit less me wanting to fucking run around the house 50 fucking times and, fucking waving my hands like a fucking Muppet.
Yeah, the terpiest one over here, I wouldn't say like it's that Mendo, man, the rotten meat smell. Kind of takes away from like the rest of them, so because like it just fucking stinks. So it's like it's not even pleasant, really. It's on the not annoying, like in nature, like it's why poop is brown. It stinks. It's like it's like like that's what that Mendo bread, when you smell, you're like, it turns your nose up, and then you got to go back in, right?
That was a bad reference.
Yeah, whatever. It stinks. Like it gives you that initial sense of, ugh.
That's Adam's Strawberry Glue by Pinky Promise was kind of like that. There's a little bit of a meat to some of the plants and a little bit of a carnation flower smell to them. But they all had this weird, like, it wasn't very pleasant, but that is some of the strongest smoke I've grown, where it was just like racy as fuck, like, which I wouldn't have expected. I would have thought more of like a sandbag effect, but it was just like, I remember just like, holy shit, like where I'd smoke my usual 2 joints in the morning, start cleaning the fucking house. And before I know it, it's been 3 or 4 hours and I haven't smoked anything else since those first joints. And I'm thinking, like I could smoke something now, but I'm still kind of good at the same time. Like that shit was fucking potent.
Yeah, the thing with it is it's a painkiller night ender. Like if you smoke a big pile of that, you're done. You're toast.
That's the way that communion is that I have. Noob sent that way. At the time, I was telling people I want some shit that will put me the fuck out, and he sent me a package, and the communion was one of those in there, and it's definitely something that fucking kind of calms me throughout the day. But like my wife, like you said, day ender, done. She takes a hit of that shit and it's couch time, fucking nap time. You know, it does the job. You know, I love that shit. But that's kind of what kind of more like settles me down throughout the day, you know. And then I gotta look, and well, not I have to, but I look for that super dumbass heavy stuff to go to sleep. And yeah, that one was pretty close. So I got to give it to that one, man. That Romulan in that cross definitely fucking shines.
Well, I held those cuts for a couple years. The garlic cookies, it's no longer. It's growing out there, but I don't have a clone of it. The wedding cake, I kept a plant. It was like decrepit in the yard, but it was still alive. So I just threw it under 24 hours, and it's been alive for a week or two now, so it's probably going to re-veg. So I think I'll be able to keep that wedding cake. The Mendo breath is gone. I didn't keep a cut of that. I still have the garlic animal cross, but I didn't clone anything from the garden. I have some clones from Major, the Primal Punch. So I got that going, and so I'll have that in the wedding cake. What else is in there? One of them from Adam, the Trop Cherry Bahama Mama cross. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. I've been wanting to fucking run that one there for a hot fucking minute.
Yeah. I've been trying, man. Like, it's just been really hard for me to keep a healthy garden going. I just haven't been in the game, right? So just the fact that I have a little plate full of clones and plants that are alive, like, God, that's awesome. Because I really wasn't planning on doing it. I wasn't, just wasn't in the game, but we're coming around a bit, so I think I'll keep them. I feel a little better every day, so why not keep them around? They're still alive.
Like a new puppy that just peed on your floor.
Yeah.
You do better because
Yeah.
keep them.
It's kind of how it's going. Plus, I'm sad if I do have to tear down, like, I have to rearrange my room and all that shit. So it's like, I don't know, just not really decisive on exactly what I'm doing. So it's nice to have a couple of plants that are alive. So if I do get the bug to kick up again, I don't have to start from seed. I'll have a couple of plants there, but my time's limited with them. Like, you know what I mean? You can only keep them in small planters and healthy for so long before they just take a big shit. So I'll have to figure it out.
So let's see here. Hey, Ned Denver, man, send me your info via Instagram or Discord, and as soon as I get ready to take some real nice cuts, I'll get you a cutter 5 fucking cent your way.
Cheers, high tight.
Yeah, it's I fucking love to see people grow that Hawaiian out, man. It's I love to hear them bitch about it, dude. Because as soon as you start growing it and that fucking thing starts branching out, you go, fuck.
The one that I got, like, they're 3 different seeds. I grew them all from seeds, so they grew pretty uniform. They're all the same. The one got fucking gigantic though.
Oh yeah, they will fucking get to be a monster on your ass. Mine turns into a big ass globe, big, and it doesn't stop growing. It just keeps getting bigger and globier. And but the thing is, when you strip that down to literally just your main branch coming off of it, because it loves to give you little fucking offshoots. It can be a pain in the ass, but I've kept it around for years because I love it. But man, when you get that thing trained down, it gives you every bit of a modern day style nug with that old school fucking effect. It's just keeping up with the trimming on it to get that really nice structure and shit out of it is really key. And you noticed that with that fucking Hawaiian Black Widow. I know you did.
Well, my concern is, like, man, we're pushing into that time of year where shit can happen overnight almost, right? With the weird weather, and just it's the time of year where shit goes downhill real fast. I'm just worried because I got 3 of them out there untouched. I haven't taken any colas off them at all. And it's like, do I take a couple of the mains just to make sure I got some before something happens? Or do I do that and they dry out to be worthless and the plants themselves excel into the next few weeks and then I'm kicking my, you know what I mean? It's just those grower dilemmas. Dilemmas?
Oh, you've been around us too long.
Yeah.
You're making up this whole
Made
words,
up
Robbie.
fucking English. It's been a rough couple days.
I just hope I can find. I may even have to. Like, that Hawaiian kind of even stinks in veg, like you know, to Ned. So it's sometimes it can be a little rough getting that one sent, because you know, like even the bags and shit, like that little bitch reeks in veg. It's a motherfucker. So like I was just kind of thinking, like, can I like blow some fucking hot air in there, like a thing, and just like vacuum seal it shut in there, and then fucking that'd be enough of a barrier to hopefully. I don't know, man. I'll get it there though. I'll get it there, and I'll get it there fucking safe for you, buddy. But you ain't shitting. That's the hard part. Like that's a bitch when you got to worry about sending a live plant because the motherfucker stinks like weed. You know what I'm saying? I've had plenty of them where you're like, dude, no one's gonna know that's weed smell. You know, like, you know, there's those stages of like weed veg and a little cologne has, you know. But this one smells like fucking dank. as a plant, it smells like fucking dank. I fucking love the thing, man. So
I don't think I know. When we were talking about Thunder Dan's beans there, because I was pretty sure I'd make sure I didn't misspeak and say I didn't get the Hawaiians. What happened was, this is a genius way of sending seeds, right? Go get your whatever flowers from whatever store, throw your beans in there with, and just let us know on the back or what's in there or whatever. But I got flowers. I had plenty of flowers in that pack, but no cannabis beans in there. So, but anyways, when I found the Banana Daddy and the Black Widow, and we're gonna run some Black Widows. One of the big allures to these is because they're feminized, because I got plant space issues that I do have to worry about right now. So until I can clear up a little bit of room, I think the Certainty of S feminized seeds is going to do good. And I'm a big fan of orange terps. So that's main reason for wanting to run those. We'll see what's in there. Pretty excited.
I gotta make the fucking decision. We really enjoy the triangle octane crosses that I have been provided through, like High and Tight, Thunder Dan, you know, Garden Club down there. They've got some interesting, you know, that triangle octane that I've got through them, which I think, I don't know. Anyway, but some of even the crosses that I definitely know were High and Tights. Oh shit, that's not horrible. But even those, you know, the crosses he did, or at least the flower he gave me, you know, he found a good representation of that. And so I've been thinking about the next run of beans. I'm gonna have enough BAM. I'm gonna have enough medicine in here for a hot minute, where I need to get some out for some daytime shit. You know, my wife doesn't like to be a slug. She doesn't have the same, you know, she doesn't have the same problems I have. You know what I mean? So I got to get her some. So making that decision of, but that weed makes us like stupid and silly. It doesn't make us productive. So
Yeah.
So now I got to figure out, you know, I'm definitely popping it because we all like to be in a good mood. And, you know, that's some good mood weed around this bitch. But I do need like get some shit done weed. And typically it's like the Golden Goat, things like that. Been having a little problem with the Golden Goats. So I just need to find a good get some shit done cross around here. You know, one that won't make me fucking want to spin in circles, but will also, you know, have my wife not wanting to have a heart attack, you know. Oh yeah. So I'm kind of on the search right now, or will be with some of my beans for the uppers, while also knowing that I'm going to do that triangle octane. I believe it's the triangle octane by Chaos Kush that High and Tight did. So, yeah, you ain't shitting High and Tight. Yeah, motherfuckers. Woo. Cool. Yeah, with the Chaos Kush. So, but anyway, so that's kind of like the next, that's what we're looking for around here. So, and I think maybe some of Thunder Dan's Black Widow crosses may also be some of what I look through just for the general get some shit done cross. I might, I thought about that Northern Lights Black Widow that I gave out today. I thought maybe that might be one of them that I go ahead and give a shot. And I may just do the man, was it the Banana Daddy Black Widow? What did Hoobie grow this year? I totally fucking forgot. I think it was the Banana Daddy Black Widow cross that Dan did. But that came out fucking pretty goddamn fantastic. And I need to check with my wife, but for me that was some pretty decent uppity weed. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards the banana Black Widow. Okay, that's what I thought. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards that one to see about some of the more daytime stuff. So I actually I've got my 2-gallon pots in, so it's I'm ready. I think I got like fucking 30 of them. So I'm ready to kind of get some stuff going. So hey Buds, your package went out. I totally fucking lost tracking, but I don't know when or if it'll ever get there, but your package went out. I gotta see if I can find that tracking again, or see if I can find the picture of it to see if it's ever gonna make it that way. But it should be your shirt should be going that way. As soon as it lands, let me know, bud. And
so in about 2 years from now, it'll get there. It's postal system's fucked up over there.
Yeah, it's very fucked up over there. Yeah. Yep. But tis what it is, fuck, when I send anything to him, I just cross my fingers and hope.
Yeah, I sent him a package earlier this year, and it was like he'd been notified. I had a rigmarole. I had no point in trying to go into it. I'll just confuse myself in Babylon. So, but yeah, it's effed up. We thought we had issues just trying to get stuff over the border to like each other here in North America. It's
yeah, man, it's rough over there. But so. I am not Kingfisher. They're going to be reasonable size, just like what's in the tent now. But I was looking at my like 2.5 foot fucking Bambi that I needed to get in there and get a clone of. But the clones that I have of it are already like, I just got them in pots, so I didn't have time. So anyway, but yeah, that might happen. Shut up. It's hard for me not to get these tall asses. Like it's like, my timing's terrible, people. That's why I use my fucking tracker. But what's everybody like? G-Bay, I know you got fucking trimming planned, trimming. What's it looking like your end date's gonna be?
Well, I'm gonna be solo after today doing it, so I'm gonna be indefinite for fucking
forever and ever.
The end of November.
Yeah, I'll be into it a few weeks, but I'm trying to set it up in the 4x8 that it can indefinitely sit at 60/60, so that I don't have to worry about it. Because I'm not growing anything big. I don't need that big space. The lights are already down. so I can utilize the lights in another tent if I need to, or store everything away or whatnot. So I'm turning the 4x8 into a humidor basically. So it's really, I have no idea. But because like I said, I moved my parents into this house within the next few weeks by the 30th. So yeah, 10 days. So harvest is happening whilst this is going on as well. So I'm not really too concerned about the whole trimming of it. It's just the creating a stable environment to store it all, because it's not a big deal to have it here. But it's just, you can't, we all know with cannabis, you can't just leave it sitting anywhere for a day or two. It'll fuck it right up. Like if it's an extreme, if it's too hot or whatever, or too wet, or
I was worried just it being overnight. And it
well,
was,
you're sitting in the chair.
4.5 hours I was worried about.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that, but like,
Yeah.
You want to store it in a proper environment if you're not getting to it that day or the next, right? So if I can turn the 4x8 into a 60/60, like I have plenty of times before, and I know the equipment I have can do it, and we can just store it all in there. I'm pretty well got everything in there already. But you see what I still have in the backyard. That's still got to come down to be processed. That's a whole, just where it stands there to the time it's ready to go into a tray. That's 20 something days. So yeah. I got a bit of work still.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. It's gonna be a little trickier this year, but we'll get her done. Hey buds, what's going on, brother?
How about yourself, Caribou? How's everything with the fucking garden? What you got planned on going for the fucking week? What's it looking like?
Just nothing special right now. Watching. I got that grapefruit that's 6 weeks into bloom, but it looks like if it's a 10-week strain, which I don't think it is, it looks like it would actually be closer to like a late 4 weeks into bloom. I don't count days, I count weeks, people. Yeah, right. So which leads me to think it's probably closer to an 11 or 12 week strain. I don't recall because I don't have my notes going back all those years to when I grew it out originally, these seeds. But it's like, okay, I was really hoping I get that first harvest done kind of like, well, I guess I'm still kind of on track for late November, but we'll see. They got the Hawaiian snow, which looks like it's kind of stalled out. I'm kind of wondering about that one. And then other than that, I'm trying to nurse back a bunch of veg plants back to health because I just sulfured the ever-living shit out of them last week and then up potted them yesterday. And they all seem to be good, but one of those grapple cats I had is fucking like, it's fucking like, I don't think it's 100% dead, but it is yellow as shit and just rough. And I'm like, do I even want to waste my time with it at this point? Like if it when it comes back, it'll be beyond stress tested for sure. But I'm at the same time, I'm like, I got a whole bunch of clones that are coming up. The time it'll take me to nurse that thing back to health and get it going, I could just cut that and take some of these clones, you're about 2-3 weeks and it'll be the same size as that thing, like that whole game. So we'll see. But I'm miffed about the Hawaiian snow possibly stalling out because now that I'm bottle feeding and kind of using a cheat code on some of these plants, I've seen what the Hawaiian snow can do. When I'm just kind of fucking around with, I think I bottle fed it before, but I know I did a lot of organics with it as well. And I think I want to grow some baseball bats, so I'm kind of, yeah, I'm excited to see how that one will go. Now, what do I want to do with it? Do I want to try and risk growing that fucking thing in a 3-gallon pot in cocoa? Because when I tried growing that thing in 3-gallon soil, I believe it was before, that thing will get so hungry and thirsty that it'll just soak up every bit of moisture in there and then make that cocoa hydrophobic if you're not right on top of your shit. So taking a strain that is, takes an extra month to grow over top of everything else I've got, that's the next, that's, will I not fuck it up? Yeah. I
Right?
will.
It's always the worry in those fucking long running strains once you get there to fucking like 14 weeks and you're like, don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
Yeah.
Especially running those fucking small pots, you're not, because we all know that, that whole, if you miss your window, you've missed it by a lot longer than you think, when you see it, you've missed it by a while. You didn't just miss it. So, yes, you can recover fairly quickly from that. But then again, in that time frame, you've lost, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So you either take the plant longer to make up for that and you get a different effect from there's a lot of consequences for that. So yeah, man, running those in those pots like that, it can be a definite test for how you like to garden,
Yeah, so now we've actually got a bag of soil. Like everything all the clones I grabbed yesterday, they're all sitting in soil. Like it's got a bit of cocoa around. Everything I up potted that was already in solo cups and shit that got up potted, that's in cocoa. It's still fun to play with the cocoa, but it's
I've had just top dress is a top dress, but I really like for kind of not a real top dress, but more like just like a little extra something. They have that one shot from Nectar of the Gods. I don't know if you guys can get that in Canada, but if you were going into like a grow dot situation, or like you were using like a time release type fertilizer thing, little granule thing, it's basically just pasted together fertilizer. What it is, but it works super great. It's like you could damn near use it for your medium and just grow the fucking plant in it. You know what I mean? Like it's some pretty interesting shit. So for a lot of those smaller grows, if I do get a little worried about it, I give it a nice top dressing here and there. And then if I see it starting to get a little excessive in the plant, I just stop water. I try to lighten up the watering for a little bit. So enough to make it happy, but not enough to really fucking make it want to take some shit up. But usually I don't have that problem with those things because, like I said, they're interesting. Like it's pretty wild how effective those work and how far you can go with them. I mean, I know you burn the plant, like motherfucker if you fuck around, but this stuff works great. So it's something, for a situation like that. It's what I do. I do use those as a nice little buffer when I'm flowering to make up or just keep myself kind of happy with, give it a tablespoon or something, every 2 weeks, just to keep it happy. It's a little bit, but it's not too much, but it's gonna really add up by the end. I don't know. That stuff works out great as a nice little buffer for you. So it's something to look into if you can get a hold of their products. It is a pretty nice product to use.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. That'd be something at the very least I'd have to get online. Unfortunately, I don't even have a grow store in my town anymore. So anything I get has to be traveled for nowadays, which it sucks, but that's life. Although one thing I did notice, when I went to our feed store to get the soils last week or whenever the hell it was, they always have a little bit of grow stuff, right? They'll have some sort of 3-part fucking bottle solution in there. And the company I use, Innovating Plant Products, they have a 2-part solution as well. And I noticed that they had the 2-part solution at the feed store. So I was kind of thinking about maybe trying that route at some point in time. And, try something new. Why not?
Yeah, man. Fucking, it's always, if you're fucking around and you just need to find something, it's always great to just try, try making that up with one other plant or something like that.
Yeah.
I have some, I usually rely on like the Alaskan fish products and things like that. Local grocery store had a sale going on, so I picked up some stuff from Lotus. Supposed to be kind of like a natural water soluble amendment. It doesn't solubilize where the fuck it doesn't seem. Yeah, I can see why it was on sale. But it does seem to work decently. I've mixed it in, I've used it. I let the, whatever doesn't dissolve in there just gets watered into the pot, the way it should be. It's supposed to be some kind of organic thing, so it's just going to do work later. So I'm fine with that. So it's going to build up a little bit, but I bought that and I tried it with like 2 plants, side by side type thing. It's always nice to have those options to see if you can do better or if you can compensate, or not compensate, but supplement, with some of these other products. G-Bay. You know what? You're never going to get anything done if y'all just fucking around like that over there,
That's a good point. Right? If we were to shut the show down right about now, then they would have no choice but to go back to work, right?
Right? We should probably do that.
Actually get some shit done. Well, all because G-Bay's been slacking all weekend and he needs to get back to work now. I guess we have to shut the shit down. And,
I got no choice now. Trimmers are leaving.
Yeah.
Fucking get to it, buddy.
Boo.
Hey, Crazy Bob Mom. Well, it was good seeing you.
It was great seeing everybody else too. Thanks for having me on the show. Not that you had a choice.
Let's do Deb before we head out.
He can't wait for us to leave. Have a good day, everybody.
Yeah, man. Always a fucking good Sunday in Discord afterwards. Sometimes I manage to make it to get through, but man, it's always a party popping on Sundays after the show. So go hit up the Discord, go have some fun. I think we have the link posted somewhere, but most of y'all are there. Fucking hang out in the Discord, join us, have fun.
Take this worry away from me and my
Y'all, look at that. Bye, everybody. In case you all want to know, big, fat